under the penal code, and there's a three-digit number, I forgot the penal code on here, that inciting others to commit murder is almost as much as committing a murder. I mean, you are on that same level of responsibility of your statement. So that's what's going on. You guys like to be informed. Of course, Popeye is now, I got to notice, he's now simulcasting my broadcast. Whatever makes you happy, Mr. Clausen, gives you something to talk about, gives you something to do. But Popeye is no concern of mine. If anybody should be in jail, certainly Popeye should. But for his protective phone or laptop, whatever he uses, he figures he could pretty much get away with everything he says. And as he stated once before, you can't touch me. I'm thousands of miles away. I could talk about you and call you every name in a book and get away with it. Well, for the most part, people would say, unless you're willing to travel thousands of miles to confront the asshole, that he is indeed protected. But what it just shows to prove is what a scumbag and Popeye really is, and how much time he has on his hands to do simulcast of my show. Barry, I know you're listening to me, and I hope you've been taking a look at all my videos lately that I gladly and freely have shared with my viewers and public. You crossed another line, is what you did. I will have other information available to me shortly about another matter, probably today. In regards to Barry's actions, there's going to be, besides my personal communication to DOJ, I'm going to have my attorneys on paper make a formal request that he gets transferred from his luxury detention center, phone removed, to another accommodation that he probably won't like very well. To keep in mind, which most of you don't know, or maybe you did in the past, there actually was an order for him to be in prison, taken out of his present accommodation. This is quite a while back. This was not pushed through. An actual order from the previous regional trial court prior to Toledo, what was that, Barilli? From a judge, which my attorney still has that copy. And that probably is going to be presented to the current judge or court over in Toledo and try to push this order through. Okay, let's see. Frederick Douglass says Frisbee might be in jail another 8 years. I really don't know. Stefan says, what Barry said the other day about wanting to have you taken out might be the worst thing he ever said. He said it over and over again. Yes, he did, Stefan. Stefan says, and the viciousness of how he said it was amazing. Yeah, it actually was. It actually was. He says that I've made threats to his life, and I don't recall any time I've actually made a threat to his life. But he claims I did. But I've listened to a whole lot of shows on YouTube for how many years now? And I've seen people bickering with each other on there. It's actually pretty common. I've yet, and I don't know about any of you guys, I haven't. I haven't heard anybody threatening somebody's life in that way. I've never heard that before. I haven't. Frederick Douglass says Frisbee can't keep his mouth closed, and yeah, that's part of the problem, Frederick. Like I said, I'm in awe. I'm in amazement of how somebody could live on a YouTube live stream say this kind of shit when it's kind of against the grain of what he's trying to achieve. Superman says, do you think Barry is just too dumb to understand, or is he just that defiant? I think it's both. I could answer that question easily. It's both. Superman, why do you come on my show when you made derogatory comments that I've seen of yours on Barry's and others? And what is your purpose of coming here acting really friendly and seemingly supportive? You guys talk the big talk, but none of you have done shit in regard to Mr. Jordan, have you? I would just let Deputy Dog, as I've been labeled by the culprit himself, let him handle everything. Isn't pretty much that what it comes down to? Well, as long as somebody's doing it, and I'm the one. He picked the wrong person to fuck with. That's all I could say. He definitely did. There's no question about that. Oh, you'll never get me in jail for immigration overstay, but I did. Oh, you're never going to get charges on me. The prosecutor's never going to accept it. Well, they did. You're never going to keep me in jail. Well, I did. It's almost 22 months now. So what else do you have to say, Barry? This is a man who calls me dumb and stupid, besides other expletives. Oh, where is he sitting right now? In a detention center in Mandawi. Barry has even made the statement. On my last video, I threw it up there, a short. If I can get out of here, I'm going to go over there. He's going to kill me. But he's made other statements too, that he was going to put a bullet in my head. And then he was inciting other people to do so, to put a bullet in my head so he could end this and he could go home. God, is he a dumb bastard. I've never seen ignorance to this level. Some people say ignorance is bliss. Well, it's according to what the situation is. And in his situation, there's no bliss. By the way, Robert, you having a good day, Popeye? Got your coffee ready and your donut. Got your American flags around your phone. I'm always so happy to make your day or evening. I like to help you out. So many skeletons in people's closets out here. It's amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Stefan says, I wonder if Barry wants to stay in the Philippines no matter what, even if that means he's locked up. Well, the thing is, he doesn't want, although he's saying he wants to be deported, he really doesn't. Because if he's deported, he will be away from his beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous girlfriend. He figures if I get to stay there in detention in Mandawi, it's all good because he can order his Grab. The guards are letting him use his phone freely as if nothing has ever happened. Even though they're aware of what he does on his phone, they can hear his yelling, and nobody's done anything. Only time I heard once is keep it down. I heard a guard say for him to keep it down or something. That was it. So that means they're aware of him using his phone for such. He likes it there because he figures I run the third floor. Besides running his mouth, he runs the third floor. But he's not always going to have a cushy environment like he has now. Some of you might say, well, it's not cushy, and it's really not cushy. However, compared to where he could be and should be, it'd be considered cushy. Yeah. I don't know. This is all going to interfere with his marriage plans. I have no idea. It's not my intent. But it could inadvertently turn into a little problem for him. Now, I will confer again with my attorney. I'm going to make it abundantly clear. This is what I want to happen. The main attorney has a lot of caseload. So some of the stuff he kind of spills over to his associate in his firm, which is another gentleman. He's a nice guy, actually. He's very cooperative. And sometimes he gets quite a bit of caseloads himself. Some of them that he handles on his own as an attorney, and the other things are bits and pieces of what's not from his partner, which is the main attorney that I use actually in the firm. Now, he just made a trip. He's coming back from Manila. I would assume he'll be home this morning sometime. And hopefully there's going to be a little bit of information. And while you asked that before, Hagante, it's in March. I don't know the date, honestly. I don't know the date. Barry's being a little quiet now, isn't he? There's nothing he could do and put on a show that he could try to circumvent what he did, to put the attention in a different direction. That ain't going to happen, although he's cocky enough to do so. But you got to understand who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with. You might as well talk to a brick wall. And that's the problem that his attorney has had with him. It's like talking to a brick wall. Why do you hire an attorney? You have to listen to their advice. That's why you hired them. Yeah, they're making money off you, but their job is to help you out. They want to win cases. They don't want to lose cases. But if there's no cooperation from their clients, what can they do? And this seems to be the case with this attorney and Barry. Frederick says Frisky needs some brisket and ribs. He's putting on weight. Yeah, now he's talking about, he listens to me. He does. He listens. He laughs at me about all this health advice, but what's going on right now? He came on and he said that I got to get this weight down. I developed man titties, is what he said. And he said that he's going to be jogging. I can't even picture him walking, nevertheless, jogging around I don't know if you want to call it the courtyard of the facility. And he said that they have weights downstairs. I never heard of that before, but, he's got to be able to lift the weights in order for them to work. The question is, can he lift these weights? In another statement, he says, hey, you're not going to mess with me now. I got a lot of weight on me now. I'm not that scrawny guy anymore. You're always going to be that scrawny guy. You have no muscle. You got fat. Fat. It's not muscle. And I'm going to start eating a healthier diet. Well, pardon me, I may not know everything on the menu, but he says he's going to be ordering things that are seemingly less, fatty and caloric and all that. Nah, he's not going to be able to keep to that. It's hamburgers all the way, potato chips, which he uses in between meals to fill his belly. But the unfortunate thing about that, they're high in saturated fat and oil. He'd have to be doing a hell of a lot of exercise to lose even 5 pounds. But also, he can't overdo his exercise because his lungs are challenged. For example, I could go brisk walking and stuff, but if I went into I haven't tried it yet though, really lately, but the treadmill kind of set me up a little better, but I'm pretty sure I could do an easy jog, but I probably wouldn't be able to do it really fast because I'd be out of breath. I am 70 years old. I am 70 years old, by the way. I do smoke, and it makes a difference. So I know in his case, that would be a very difficult task to do. Okay, let's see. Frederick says, Frisbee claims if he's deported, he will come and get you. How will he do that? Fly to your house on a magic carpet? Yeah, right. Stephanie says, yes, he said he was 175 pounds the other day So at 5'3", 170 pounds, he's extremely obese. That would be correct. That would be absolutely correct. Yeah, he's actually obese. He's obese. He's trying to make comments on my show, but that's not going to happen. Just listen carefully, Barry. That's all you need to do. Here, let me copy that for you, Barry. Thank you for that before I get rid of you. Okay, let's copy this. Message retracted. Too late. Got the screenshot, Barry. You got to be quick, Barry. You got to be quick. So we know he's listening. Well, of course he is. Barry, do you realize the trouble you're in right now, dude? I know, that's a stupid question to ask Barry. He just doesn't comprehend his situation, not even remotely. But after all this, he's still willing to come on my channel and run his mouth, calling me a pedo. Fortunately, I screenshotted that before he retracted the message. Oh, Barry, you could be so hilarious sometimes. You really, really could. So you want to get married, huh? Going to the chapel and we're going to get married. I wish you all the luck in the world, Barry. All the love and kisses go your way. Ruin a woman's life. You don't care because you ruined your own life. And, the old saying that misery loves company. Bye-bye, Barry. If you think you're getting out of this one, you're wrong. You are extremely wrong. Oh, it's all a buzz, I hear. I don't go on Discord, but I got people writing me and saying it's all a buzz. Aloe and on Aloe's channel on Discord, it's all a buzz that he has committed under the penal codes. I forgot the 3 numbers though. It's 200 something, something, whatever. It's a penal code. If you incite murder for someone, is extremely serious offense. Well, there already is a second case that just hasn't been sent in yet. I'm glad he didn't send it in yet because we have more to add to this now. I'm just waiting what happens to the deportation situation. I should be getting word or at least an idea what's going on pretty soon. My lawyer's trip was a multiple purpose trip, actually. And he should be back this morning, actually. There's some issues that he was discussing, and I'm not going to go into them on there, why he was in Manila. That's between me and my attorney. But no, there's already a case written up on him already. The lawyer's been already paid for that. No additional expense unless, well, there might be something because he might have to revamp the affidavit on there a little bit to include some of the current events. Oh yeah, he's gonna be incarcerated no matter where it is for a while. I'm trying to put in a request on my own with the DOJ and with the help from my attorney to see that he's transferred to a more protective environment where he will not have the use of his phone whatsoever. Or that would kill him right there, wouldn't it? But he just can't shut his mouth. How many times have you said that, folks? How many times have I said that? Even Don C said it. Not like Don C is supporting me. Of course he's not, but he's hip to what's going on with Barry. He knows. He's not exactly that supportive of Barry. But he knows what's going on. Well, everybody does, not just Don C. He's not somebody special. But everybody knows what's going on, and they all will agree. Not one of these assholes, Popeye or anybody else, is going to disagree on any level that Barry, should be put away in a place that's not a Motel 6, and he should be convicted of his crimes. Oh, yeah, I spent a lot of time actually making these recordings of the full show and clips, something that's easy for somebody to listen to get to the point. Not all authorities, judges and so forth, are going to go through and listen to a whole video. But as long as you got the whole video there, which I do, you have to have that. They welcome the clips because in a court situation, they're not going to sit through how many videos from start to end. They don't have time in a courtroom. There's so many cases the judge has. It's almost like a McDonald's operation. Come in, get your burger, fries, and Coke, and get the fuck out. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Because there's other cases on the docket they have to listen to. So they will allow testimony, and however long that takes, and they will allow you to present evidence because they have to. And whatever time it takes to do that, they will allow that. They will allow that. But you can't hold up the court too much longer than the time allotted or needed to present your case in the court on a scheduled date. I've seen them go through 40 people in one day and more. They have the dockets are so full that they can barely keep up with it. So it has to be concise, get down to the point, get down to the nitty-gritty of what's going on, present your thoughts, present your evidence, present witness, and then move on from there. The court reporter records all this stuff. Remember, a judge, he might have certain memories of people, but a judge has so many cases that it's a fiscal that's involved in this, who is kind of like the guy that remains at the courtroom, and he's kind of the mid guy in there. He's a lawyer, but he handles paperwork and prepares the documents for the judge to see before your case comes up on there. So the judge has to go over it, and he has to remember, okay, that's the update on this. He did present evidence. Man pleaded guilty. Okay, I'm familiar with this. And then goes on for the new material. The court reporter jots down everything that's said in the courtroom, short of nothing. And it becomes part of the minutes of the court. How's your prostate there, Popeye, by the way? It's sitting on your ass so much, it's got to affect your prostate. Oh, jeez. Oh, it looks like Travel America. I seen a note on this as a message for Ricky. It just popped out on my screen. So Travel, Barry just put on something, maybe just a short on there because it just came out of my screen. It did caption a message for Ricky. Well, he hasn't been on good terms with Ricky, but he's always expecting favors from Ricky. He wants Ricky to call him probably and ask a favor of him, money or something. In other words, he's really concerned what's going on, and he should be concerned what's going on because you fucked up royally this time, Barry. You really did. I'm being serious. You fucked up royally. Well, you always fucked up, but you fucked up royally this time. I don't know what was on your mind. I don't know what you were thinking. To publicly come on social media, and never mind the past discrepancies, whatever, violations and so forth that you did. But seriously, to come on there and actually, you really did that. And incite others to murder me? And to also say yourself that you want to kill me? I don't know how you're going to get out of that one. I mean, I honestly don't know. And, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an attorney, any of the above, and I don't pretend to be. But you seem to act like you're your own attorney, but you don't want to take the advice of your actual attorney. Oh my God. Oh yeah, he's worried. He's worried like a mofo right now, and he should be. Hey, look, man. You know, I got time on my hands. I'm retired, man. You know, I don't mind going the extra steps of what I need to do. I got plenty of time on my hands. I can still do my daily stuff. I can still do my daily chores and whatever I do during the day or have to do, and still have time to take care of this business. It works out very well. Let's see. What's the projected punishment for death threats? That could easily be a 20-year deal on that. That could be about 20 years, which means it's a life sentence to him. God, Barry, you really putting yourself in that position? Really? I thought you want to marry your girlfriend. What's the use of marrying her if you might be away for 20 years? You think that's fair to her? Like I could give a shit what's fair to her under the circumstances. But keep this in mind, Barry, no matter what happens with this deportation shit, no matter what happens, and I may know something you don't, I'll let you know though. But no matter what happens with this situation, the case still goes on. As long as you keep on feeding the attorney his needed fees, and my girlfriend could also act as my power of attorney on this too. Keep that in mind. It doesn't end if for some reason I got deported or something. It doesn't end. He's giving Obama is live. He's giving instructions to Ricky. Well, I'm not having a smoke right now. I should get my other phone to listen to this, really. But I'll hear it. So, in other words, he's going into a panic if he's giving instructions to Ricky. Now, we don't know the real relationship going on between Ricky and Barry. Ricky seems to be very adverse to Barry. But what's going on behind the scenes, we don't know that either. We don't know that either. We don't. Because you don't know what to believe on here. Because Ricky plays both sides of the fence. You have to understand that. Yeah, you could be talking 20 years on what he's doing on top of everything else. I don't know, man. We will certainly see how we could introduce this into the court. This is serious enough of a matter. I'm not going to jump away from this one, man. This is like winning the lottery. It's winning the lottery. Imagine that. Who could be so stupid? Just like they said, I was walking down the streets of Mabolo, right? Talking about 14-year-old, you know. Everybody knows it was a third party thing on there. They didn't use the introduction of that video, which was very explanative as to what was going on. And I was talking third party about how sex pats are, the ones that do prey on little children. But they took that video and they edited as such that, well, they removed the beginning of the video. Anyway, not worth even talking about, but you get the idea of what was going on with that. But this is real, what's going on here right now. This is real shit. You know, you can't keep on harping about this fucking civil case in Hawaii that's gotten old and rusty and it's corroding and it plays no bearing on anything going on with his case, at the current case. I don't know. This might ruin his marriage plans here. I don't know. He's got to do some real thinking about this, man. Obama seriously fed up by soliciting to have you. Oh, he's seriously fucked up by soliciting to have you off. Well, I'm not listening to the show, so I'm not doing simulcasting here. So I'm not sure what he's talking about yet. The only reason he wants to reach out to Ricky is because he's basically begging for mercy for Ricky to do something for him. You know what the truth is? Ricky can only do so much for Barry, even if he wanted to. You know, he could only do so much. You know. All right. You go, girl. You go. You go. Right on. Oh, you do that pretty good. I must say that. Holy crap. Yeah, I could do that myself. I need to do that because I got to get those muscles on my sides, you know. I got to get them straightened up, help support your back and all that. Go to the chapel and we're going to get married. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Now, I can't really use this phone. For some reason, I got to update my app. I don't know why. Update. Okay, well, are they trying to get me to buy something here? Just say add to wish list or something. Sign in. Okay. Ta-da. Okay. What else? I have to go through all this again. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, well, let's do what I have to do. Okay, now what? Now what? Okay, reconnecting here. Yes, it's me. Got it. Oh, come on. Oh, no big deal. I don't need to simulcast. I can work on this later. I don't remember a fucking phone number here. All right, whatever on that. Okay. So, what's he yapping about? I suppose I could go over there and listen to his show. Everybody else is. Everybody's simulcasting everybody else. Isn't that a pip? Well, Barry, anything I could tell you, man, at the risk of repeating myself, which I don't mind, you've elevated this to a greater level. I don't know how that's going to affect your marriage ceremony on February 22nd. I don't know. Maybe it won't affect it at all, but down the line, it certainly will. That I could probably tell you with efficiency that it's going to kind of curtail your plans in some way, or shall I say your future, when you really think about this. One thing I do have to check is my mail here. Very important, actually, today. Very important. Yeah, my other phone is so fucked up. That's why I don't use it. Well, I have a better phone. I mean, you know, I have a much better phone, but geez, it's so hard to navigate on this other phone. It's so easy on the one I have. Jeez Louise, really. Okay, where's my oh, here's Yahoo Mail. Yesterday inbox. Security alert. Yes. Oh, I don't need that. Okay, I'm waiting for a particular email on here, which is not here yet. Frederick Douglas says Frisbee just said he allowed to call you. He's allowed to call me a pedo because it's his opinion. I know it's always about his opinion. Well, where's his opinion gotten him so far? He's got 5 charges against him because of his so-called opinion. God, what a wasted brain this guy has. Totally fucking wasted fucking brain. It even amazes me. It takes a lot to amaze me. It just takes a lot to amaze me. It just absolutely amazes me. It really does. Okay, inbox. Let me see my spam folder. Okay. Wow. He said he should have stopped a long time ago. And he got really mad. Well, duh. Yeah, you should have stopped a long. So in other words, he's freaking out. Am I correct? I'm not listening to it, I can't get it on my other phone unless I fuck with my application here or something, go through this procedure. But normally I'd be able to do that, but I'm not going to bother right now. God, the spam I get on here, you wouldn't believe it. It all goes to my spam folder. You know what Joe Green had to say, which is actually Barry on here? Oh no, I'm so scared. You mean Barry will spend more time with his wife? I guess they will be fucking. Something that you can't do. I'll tell that to my girlfriend. Let's see. And what else said on there? There's numerous things on here, actually. And what's this here? From Joe Green. Joe Green. Update my app. Okay, I'll have to update this later. I have no time for this right now. Okay, guys. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet, so let me do that. Maybe I can get on his show or something like that. Thanks for tuning in. I think you have the updates you need to hear. There's something coming up I can't talk about yet, but if I'm able to, I will. So he's running pretty frantic, isn't he? Yeah, I guess he should be. Stefan says, wow. He said he should have stopped a long time ago and got really mad. No, that's the way it works, I guess. Well, take care, guys. Glad to be of service to you and your community. Thanks for listening. You'll hear from me again.
All right, there you go. I am shocked. He's back. Oh, man. I hope you like my little counter I put up. Good evening, CFC. Good evening, Mick Fisher. Mick Fisher, I have a sneaky suspicion that he won't ever be able to quit smoking. He really can't quit anything. Of course not. If you can't quit YouTube, you can't quit anything. Okay. The guy is addicted to social media. And in his broadcast tonight, he said, I should be in jail. I'm lucky I'm 1,000 miles away. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And the guy cracks me up, man. The guy cracks me up. I called it on Discord 2 days ago. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Mike Downey, you are the winner. You get the chicken dinner. Oh man, and I tell you, I tell you, the guy has a hate for me. I kind of like that. Kind of like that, you know. And it feels so warm and good that this guy hates my ass with a passion. Could you imagine if I actually went to Philippines? I'd have a case filed on me so quick I'd have to run out of the country. And dude, I never thought in a million years. I'm gonna be quite honest with all of you. I never thought in a million years that this cyber liable shit you could, you know, you could go to court for, and it's criminal. Okay. Um, but evidently there in Philippines it is. So all you lovely expats out there, be careful what you say while you're in Philippines, because I'm pretty sure there's quite a few more Franks here and there throughout Philippines. Oh man. And the idiot can't even share a screen. Doesn't even know how to share a screen. Knows nothing about technology whatsoever. He's so out of touch, man. He's so out of touch. It it's just it's just shameful. And as you could hear tonight, he got all caught up in, you know, the case in Hawaii, uh, all the stupid videos that he did that proved what a pedophile he is. See, Barry, I could say he's a pedophile. I'm in America. Okay. He can't file a case in America. Okay? He can't afford to come here and face me. He wouldn't survive the 15-hour trip on the airplane. See, and Barry, we tried to tell you to shut the hell up, man, but you wouldn't. You just had to keep going. You're a stubborn hillbilly, bro. Okay? And Barry, I got to tell you honestly, the only thing I think you should be in that detention center for is because you're overstayed. That's the law. You get detained in any country that you overstay a visa or enter illegally. Okay. And you overstayed your visa, you deserve to be in that detention center. Right? You deserve it. Okay. Do you deserve to be dragged through the fucking court for calling a pedophile a pedophile? No, I don't think so. No, I really don't. I think the pedophile should have dropped the case, okay? Because he's quite the hypocrite. He's called other people a pedophile. He's, dude, I mean, at least 3 or 4 Filipinos I know of, he has liable against them. Uh, I'll give you a main one. Dimples. I mean, the things he said about her were horrific. I mean, and he thinks he could get away with it because he only said it once. It doesn't matter if you say it once, twice, 3 times. You said it. You broke the cyber liable law, whether you did it once or 500 times. Okay? You deserve to be in Philippine jail. You broke their law. That's what you did. Okay? Barry deserves to be in jail for overstaying. That's it. Okay? You two are Americans, and you're going at each other hammer and tong on social media, and you're making all Americans look bad. Frank, you are not a hero. Okay? because you got Barry off the street. You're not a hero. You're not anything. You're a fucking snitch. You're an asshole in my book. Okay? You're a piece of shit. As for the other guy, he's a piece of shit too. And he's actually getting what he deserves. He's in detention center till he clears up all his shit, whatever it may be, so he can go back to the United States. Okay? So, Frank, let's review. You're a piece of shit snitch. Okay? You are a pedophile. We have fucking proof that you're a fucking pedophile. And what is the proof, Frank? You grooming a 8-year-old boy singing about another man's penis while he's sitting on your lap on YouTube. You, Frank, have exposed yourself on YouTube to the whole community. Dropped trowel, spread your ass cheeks, showed everybody your genitals. You, Frank, are a piece of shit. Okay? You truly are. These are all facts. You have done these things. And I have news for you on your civil case. Right? Sure, it was a civil case. You never showed up, Frank. You never made an effort. And which surprises me, Frank. Here's what really surprises me. Seeing how you're so innocent, you're so adamant that you're not a pedophile when we have proof, but yet you wouldn't show up for that court case. You wouldn't go back to America and fight for your good name. No, you didn't. And I'll tell you why I didn't. Because number one, you couldn't afford it. Number two, you knew you were going to lose. And number three, you're fucking just wrong. Okay? And you're going to have to eat that shit sandwich all day, every day. I can guarantee it. Okay? And I tell you, when you say it'll just go to the collection agency, well, the collection agency will sue you. They will turn it over to whatever authorities they can for criminal prosecution for not paying a debit. Yes, it can come to criminal prosecution for your not paying your debts. See how that works, Frank? It does turn criminal after a while, okay? Especially when you start ducking it and you come out on live stream and say, I'm never going to fucking pay it. You can ask O.J. Simpson about that. He said he was never going to pay it. They confiscated his shit. And one of the charges that put him behind bars for 5 years was not paying that debt, along with running in trying to get his trophies back. Theft. See? So, Frank, you really don't know the law as well as you think you do. I think, honestly, you're in a lot of trouble if you ever go back to fucking Hawaii. And I wish you all the best of luck. What do we got here? Frank's great leverage over Barry is the slowness of the legal system his lawyer puts in motion forward in the court and takes months and months to ponder the question. Exactly. I mean, I've told you, all you guys, this, that the legal system in Philippines, You don't want to get caught up in it. It's so fucking slow. Uh, you know, and you could be there for years. Years. Eh? Let's see, CFC. Yeah, I don't think Frank has 65K to settle that civil case in the US. No, he doesn't. Frank ain't got a pot to piss in or a fucking window to throw it out. Okay? And that's just a fact. He's pissed all his money up the wall on a house and on a Filipina that's actually fucking married and has 8 children. She's actually fucking married and has 8 children. There is no shame with these two. And he will come up with excuse after excuse after excuse. And I will just sit here and I will tell you the truth. Period. He can't argue with me. She's married, got 8 kids. That's fact. He's living with her. They sleep in the same bed. I agree, Popeye, but it makes for hours of entertainment. Yes, it does. It does make for hours of entertainment. If Barry would have just paid $100 a month, his fines would almost be paid by now. Wow. There, a common sense solution. Thank you, Mike Dowdy. Here's the problem. Barry doesn't want to pay anybody a fucking dime. Barry's that guy you never lend money to because you're never going to get it back. I don't care how much he says, I'll pay you back, honest Injun, blah, blah, blah. He'll swear on a stack of Bibles. He'll swear on his child life. You will never get a fucking dime back from Barry Lee Jordan. No way Frank could not keep his mouth shut. Of course not. Of course not. I at least gave him a 96-hour grace period. And this guy didn't even last, what, 48 hours? Oh, it's friggin' great, man. It's friggin' great. All right. I'm glad he didn't go 3 hours today. I am so happy. I lost. I thought the over-under was 10 days. That's okay. Barry would swear on the life of his children that he hasn't seen in 20 years. And I get a little sick of Frank's horse shit. When there are a lot of vloggers out there I don't care for. I don't particularly like Ricky. I don't like Jay the Real Deal. But you know what? They're not hurting me. So why should I be out there pounding on him every day? But this piece of shit fucking pounds on him all the time. And he always tries to take the moral high ground. And what I mean by that, he was in the bar. He was paying for women. Jesus H. Christ, Frank, you sound like a goddamn fucking pilgrim. Okay? This is not the 16th century. Okay? If that dude wants to go out and pay for women, go right the fuck ahead. I don't care. That's none of my fucking concern. And I'm not going to sit here and put him down for doing it. Okay? That's just the way it is in Philippines, Frank. Just like you pay for that married pussy. Okay? Yep, you pay for that married pussy, and you can't even use that pussy because your dick does not work. Okay. That's even sadder. Okay. That's even sadder. See, Frank, when you're on the bottom rung, you can't turn around and take the moral high ground because you have no moral high ground. Period. You have none. You're just as big as piece of shit as Barry. You two are twins, except you just got a little bit more money. You make what? $700 more a month than Barry. Woohoo! Big what? Let's see. Yeah, got that one. I love how Frank tries to act like he is a great guy and never has done wrong in his life. He is so pathetic. I mean, dude, you're right on the money, Chris Cato. This son of a bitch should have been a fucking politician. He's like, he's like Chuck Schumer, Maxine Waters, and AOC all rolled into one. I, I hope you're enjoying the counter up there. Barry's been in jail 650 days, 21 hours, 59 minutes, and 53 seconds. And it's ticking away. He was just a mind short of being dangerous. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understood you meant to write short instead of shot. No problem. Keyboard gets away from me once in a while, too. But hey, I mean, come on, man. How you going to let a guy take the moral high ground when he has no moral high ground? Eh? Period. I, I mean, dude, if you live in a glass house, don't throw fucking stones. That's a big no no. You're going to break some windows. You're going to look like an idiot. Period. Eh? And it was funny. The minute I started simulcasting him, I'm listening, and I heard, doo he got the notification I went live, man. Uh, I'll have to do the math to figure out 6 hours, 6 minutes, and 6 minutes on day 666. Well, let's see. Day 650. You need 16 more days. We'll have day 666. Six. The, the mark of the beast. Okay. So, let's see. All joking aside, Frank does not understand what integrity and decency is. I genuinely think he was raised with no pride, decency, or manners. No way he could have been raised different by the way he acts. There could be a lot of truth to that, but I'm not going to speculate on how he was raised. I I don't know, man. I just don't know. Uh, Maybe he bumped his fucking head and turned into an asshole. Who knows? But there you go, guys. There you go. This fucking idiot cannot stay off fucking YouTube. And he'll probably do another show tomorrow and say, oh, fucking Popeye and his little soliloquies. He hurt my feelings. Dude, every day this guy says something shitty about somebody. Right? Today, I just gave you the facts. That's all there is to it. And I want to thank you all for coming out because I don't want to bloviate for 3 fucking hours. And I want to thank Vic Fisher for coming in, Chris Cato, Van. Maybe he was raised with gay pride. Dude, he's homophobic. He's as prejudiced as the day is long. Okay. And I want to thank CFC for coming in, Chris Cato. Who else we have here tonight? Oh, yeah, Hagante. It's always good to see Hagante. CFC, Mike Dowdy, Dr. Prunkenfettel, and Douglas Williams. Hey, guys, thanks for coming out. I hope you enjoyed the show and you have a good night or good morning wherever you're at. And old Popeye, we'll catch you on the flip side, man. Stay frosty.